Welcome back to the race to Class A. Guys, I'm sorry I haven't been uploading in a while. Just got back to college, and to be honest, I was lazy. I still haven't got out of my lazy period over winter break. But here we are, back at Darlington, a track that I do not necessarily like on iRacing, but I love in real life, so it's kind of weird. But here we are on our qualifying lap now. As we've been knowing over the past couple of episodes, I kind of been struggling at Darlington in qualifying, so you guys can see here my qualifying lap from the cockpit to see what I'm doing. I went a little bit higher in 3 and 4, and seemed like that was working a little bit. I had to get out of the throttle just a little bit coming out of 4, but it was a pretty good lap in my opinion. We come across the line and we hit a 28.960, which we finally get in the 28.9s. And it was turn 3. Turn 3 is what I was missing. We had to just run a little bit higher. I was running a little bit too low in turn 3. Finally hit a 28.9, and it shows that practice does make perfect apparently. So finally into where the fast guys are. We start the race. We are the #1 car, which means we have the highest I rating, and we have only done about, I would say, 25 to 26 races. So this field's not that strong, I would say. So we have the highest I rating, so at that moment we kind of have to know we should win. If we don't win, it's a Chase Elliott choke, to be honest. So here we are in the lead. The 14 is 0.2 of a second behind us, but a caution would come out and we would all slow down. Now here's the caution. Don't really know what was going on here. The 17's wobbling all over the place. The 3, unfortunately, I mean, I can't say who's at fault for that. It looks really weird because the 17's wobbling, the 3 comes up a little bit, but I don't know. We come into pit road because Darlington eats tires up quickly. We don't overshoot our pit stall, and we take 4 tires and we come out in the same position that we came in. But this time, some cars stayed out because it was only a 5-lap run, so we have to make our way back up through the field. But we do have fresh tires, so we gotta be careful. Luckily, the car below us in the 20, he wanted to just get his safety rating up, so he went straight down to the bottom. I had to be careful not to pass him though in the initial green flag start. So that's why I had to get a little bit of a poor start there. But we get 1 spot already on the restart, and now we have 5 guys in front of us. And you could tell how fresh tires, what they already mean. We are being held up by the 19 a little bit. We had to be very careful here. Go around the outside of the 19. Luckily, he gives us the room, so that is nice. And then we are behind. I don't know what car number that is, because that is a really difficult number to see. It's number 15. We're behind him. We have to get underneath him. He's not giving us a lot of room at all. We had to get really tight right there. Almost turned him. That was very close. He was not giving us a lot of room. You can see here, I'm on the bottom. I thought he'd slide up near the wall, but he's nowhere near the wall, so he's really pinching us down. But we just were able to be very patient there. How to get out of the throttle. We know we have fresh tires. It's 3 wide behind. I don't know what you guys are doing here going 3 wide into turn 1. That is not what you do at Darlington. And a lot of trouble ends up in place with the 6, the 15, and those guys, and we carry on in our Domino's car. Let's just keep going. And there's 2 cars above us now. Looks like the 2, he gets into the wall. We're able to round him up, so now we're in P3. We have the number 10 and the number 4 ahead of us. Again, we're on fresher tires, so we should be able to get around them. So we get behind the number 4. This is lap 13, heading into lap 14. And we had to be a little bit careful here, to say the least. Because remember, Darlington, really hard to pass, even with fresh tires. We're much faster in 1 and 2, but you can't really make a pass in 1 and 2. So it's really difficult. Trying to make a pass here in 3 and 4. Didn't get the best run coming out of 2. Wanted to get a much better run. So we try setting it up here. High in 3 and 4. Get back on the throttle quickly. Try to cut it down. But the 4 cars kind of blocking a little bit, running the lower line. We finally get below him. I was hoping right here he would give me the spot, but nope, he does not. So he wants to race me for it. So we're side by side in turn 1 and 2. And again, we just have to be so careful. We can't force it. I can't risk it. So he keeps the spot, and we go further back into the field, and another caution would come out for the 19 hitting the wall, getting into there, and then, ooh, that is a hard hit there by, I think, that red and white car, unfortunately, but we move on and we pit. Now, the leader in 10, he stayed out on the previous caution. He stays out again on this caution, which made no sense to me whatsoever. We come out in P4. Now, like the car ahead of us is the 20. And he again is trying to get the safety rating up, so he pulls back to the bottom. So we just can't pass him here on the initial start. Now we can go. Once the green flag is out, we can go. There we go. We don't get a black flag for that. I feel bad for everyone starting on the inside because that really screws them over. But it was really good luck for us because now we only have one car in front of us. It's the 10. He's on old tires. He's on 20-lap old tires. And we just got to get around him. So here we go into 3 and 4. And this is going to be the big telltale sign of how much tires mean. We could just drive it straight to the bottom and get underneath him. But here he gets into the wall just a little bit. And I didn't know he was in the wall. So that was very, very close right there. And we get the lead. But that was really close. That could have been a wreck. That could have easily been a wreck. Because you'll see here in the cockpit view, I think he's just running there, and then all of a sudden, oh god, he's slowing up, and I had to slow straight down to the left, and I had no idea he was in the wall. I didn't see any sparks or anything, so very, very difficult. But we pull away. This is a couple laps later. You can see the car behind us in the 2. That is second place. We have about 1.5 second lead, pulling away nice and easy on fresh tires, and you know the 2's on fresh tires as well. Now we pull out to a 2.4 second lead. Some lap traffic ahead of us, but we don't have to deal with them because the caution comes out on lap 27. So another caution and more pit strategy coming through. Now I remember the mistake I made my first time here, so we're definitely not pitting here. Lap 28, we're only going to have about 4 laps to go when the race goes green. Luckily the 2 stays out, the 6 stays out, and a couple of cars stayed out. Now the restart, the 2 spins his tires hard. I didn't spin my tires at all. I didn't know it was possible to spin the tires because I mean I just smashed that thing and it went. We pull out to a half a second lead already, easily. And to be honest, we're setting sail. Lap 35, 3 and 4, final lap. Just bring out the checkered flag. We're going to win, I think, our 3rd race ever. I don't know, 3rd or 4th, but we win at Darlington, a race we should have won. We did not do the Chase Elliott choke, and we've conquered Darlington. We got the 28.9s in qualifying, and we won the race. And we do a little bit of a burnout. And finally, our first one in the truck series as well. So that is pretty cool. And we move on to Bristol next, because the K&N cars at this moment we're still at Bristol. So after we do these little burnouts, we'll move ahead to Bristol. And here we are in the Good Wrench Quick Lube car, Dale Earnhardt. You can see our qualifying lap, very smooth. You know, I've run a lot of laps at Bristol in the last couple of weeks, just because I don't know, that's the track I've been at a lot. So we complete our qualifying lap, and I think we qualified on pole, and we did a 14.387. Could have been better, but I don't know what I did that was wrong there. So green flag is out, and we have 50 laps. You guys know the deal. And thing about Bristol, as you know, we usually have a fast car here, but we get in trouble with lap traffic. And here we are in lap 8, and already dealing with lap traffic. Now, remember, the game was updated here at this point, so this, I think, was our first race. Or no, second race after the update. The first race, you guys remember, we were leading on lap 42 and got wrecked because of lap traffic, which was really unfortunate. So we don't want that to happen again. And the 11 is not making me feel any better about it, because he's running the bottom, and then coming up, we have to check up for him. He's not letting us by. The 5 cars right behind us trying to pass us. We go 3 wide coming out of 2. Luckily, nothing happens. The 11 then wrecks. That's deserved to him for being an idiot. And we move by, clear track, and thank God we escaped for now. But we have still over half a race to go with 25 laps to go. So here we are on lap 25. Luckily, Michael moves out of the way. Thank you very much. And me and the 5 are just battling. We've pulled away from the rest of the pack. There is no one near us, as you see in the relative on the bottom right. He's right on our bumper. We're running the top line, and it's the game of can he pass us, but he can't. So we move ahead to lap 30, and the 3 car is moved up to 2.5 seconds behind us, but it's just me and the 5. We're still running. Lap 38, nothing happening. It's still me and him. We get in the wall just a little bit. That gives him the opportunity to try and get below us, but we have the top lane, and he gets really close to us. He actually apologized because he made a little bit of contact with us, but no apology needed, Brandon, because it's Bristol. I completely understand. It's really hard to pass in the bottom. And again, we're just continuing on. Lap 42, he's still behind us. He's still in our bumper, and still can't do anything. It is weird, because like, it's how do you pass when they're running the top lane? I mean, just ask Burton Smith, because he did this in real life and he ruined the track. So it doesn't make any sense, because the car behind, if faster, cannot pass unless you put the car in front in the wall. On old Bristol, when you were at the bottom, you could just move him out of the way. Now here's the 7 car. And the 7 car is in 3rd place, and he's running an interesting line. Now, I didn't even notice he was in 3rd place at this moment. As you could see, he's running the bottom. Me and Brandon are running the top. This is about 8 laps to go. And the 7 is gaining a lot of time really, really quickly. Now remember, this is after the update, the winter update. So the track has changed, the way the cars handle changed, and tire wear has changed. So at Bristol, what we normally think is you just run the top, you go as hard as you can, and, you know, saving tires is not really a big deal. At this moment right here, the 7 is below us. While I'm doing this race, I have no idea the 7 is on the lead lap. I actually think it's just me and Brandon until I realize when I look at the bottom right that I'm in 2nd place, and I think it's a glitch. To me, this is a glitch. I don't think that 7 car is on the lead lap, because look at how far away. I'm thinking he's on fresh tires. Look at that. He's running the bottom, and he's just pulling away big time. Here we are on the final lap, and we're going through 1 and 2. You can see on the bottom right, it says relative, we're in 2nd place. At this moment, I'm still thinking, what has happened, because I can't understand it. Brandon's making a move on the bottom. We crossed the finish line, and listen what he has to say.
Good win, man. I couldn't do nothing. Like, you're going to have to wreck somebody in that situation to get by them. Ain't nothing else you can do. Man. Well, how the heck is that? Man, him was 1st and 2nd the entire time. He was tore up. I thought he was several laps down.
Exactly. Even Brandon didn't know that the 7 car was on the lead lap. We were racing. With 3 laps to go, I kind of had an idea I wasn't in the lead anymore. But Brandon thought we were running for the lead, and that's what I thought too. It made no sense to me. And then I realized that the update happened, and tire saving is actually a big thing now. So if you saved your tires and ran the bottom, you were that fast at the end of the run, and I had no idea. I mean, that 7 car looked like he had fresh tires. I thought it was a glitch. It wasn't. He just saved his tires and was able to run us down. So it's crazy, guys. Crazy, crazy, crazy. If you like the video, make sure to like button. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Another 2nd place finish for us. Just call us Chase Elliott. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.
I can't change. Even if I tried, even if I wanted to, and I can't change. Even if I tried, my love, she keeps me warm.